Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Welcome back to another beer review. Trillium beer time, courtesy of my man Dan. Thank you so much for sending this, my friend. This is Big Sprang. This is their Kolschenspire ale, but I think it's kind of like an imperial version of it. I think Kolsch beers are usually like around 5%, 5.5%. This is 7.5%. And this is, I think they hopped this with Nelson. So another Pilsner review. We just reviewed Modern Times Ice yesterday. So I figured Dan sent this, might as well drink this too. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do a battle beers with those two beers because that one was 4.8%, this one's 7.5%, so it's not even, I mean, again, they're breaking all the rules, I think, with this, but whatevs. I'm in a lager mood. I drank a bunch of those golfing yesterday, and it was fantastic. It's 4.8%. You do not get hammered drinking it, and it's fantastic for golf. So let's go ahead and see what this one's all about. It's funny seeing a Trillium beer pour the way that poured, because, I mean, all the other Trillium beers I've had, they're always like, they're big hoppy beers, and they're super, like, hazy New England style. This one, I mean, this one's hazy for sure. It looks like lemonade, but it's very, very light. Half a finger of bright white head. It's pretty soapy sudsy. This does not look anything like what we drank with Modern Times' Pilsner. And I can smell that, just the wind blowing. It's pretty aromatic. This beer is just over 3 weeks old time of recording, so it looks, I mean, it looks like they're kind of, I mean, it looks like an IPA from them. So Trillium is pretty ZFG, I think, with this one. There are no rules. They brew what they want to brew, and I like that. So let's see what it smells like. So it's funny because you get the Nelson hops. It's very like vinous, however you say it, grape skin, but it smells like a Pilsner. I talked about it yesterday in my review. It smells like beer. Pilsner, I mean, it was beers that I grew up drinking as a poor college kid. When I smell Pilsners, when I smell lagers, it reminds me of drinking beer for the first time. It smells like beer. And I know that sounds dumb, I'm sorry, but that's just what my brain does. This is very fruity though. It's got like that, I don't want to say peppery, I think peppery is the wrong word, but it's got that kind of, it's like a spicy kind of thing. It smells awesome though. It's super grapey though from the Nelson hops. There's another hop, I can't remember what it is. I looked it up beforehand, I can't think of the name of it. But as far as like noses, this compared to Modern Times Ice, this smells really fruity. You smell the Nelson hops, but it also, again, it smells like a Pilsner. This beer smells awesome. 7.5%, there's no booze anywhere in the nose of this. So let's go ahead and taste it. Dan, cheers. Thank you, sir. That is good. Holy shit, is that refreshing. It almost tastes like a pale ale from all the Nelson. It is bone dry right now too on my tongue. As soon as you swallow that, like my tongue it's super, super dry. I mean, this this makes you want to chug this beer, and it's 7.5%. You could get in big trouble drinking these beers. It's funny because the nose kind of smelled Pilsner-ish, but this tastes like a really fruity, like pale ale or IPA from them. This beer is really weird as far as like, it's a total mindfuck. And I just noticed I have kale on my finger. Good lord. I can't believe how dry this is. But again, taste follows the nose. It's very vinous, whatever it is, grapey, mid palate to finish. It's super crackery, bready. There's just an ever so slight like hint of bitterness. But again, as I'm talking, my tongue is so dry. It's crazy how dry this beer is. And that makes you want to chug it. You don't taste booze, you don't smell booze. This is, again, summertime. If you live where it's hot, you would crush these and you would get fucked up drinking them. I don't know how to grade this because I don't drink Kolsch beers. I mean, I enjoy lagers, I like Pilsners, but this isn't that. I mean, do we grade this like an IPA or a pale ale? If you're grading it like that, I mean, this is a solid A. Like 93, 94, somewhere in there. It's just ridiculous how easy drinking, how dry it is, but how flavorful those Nelson hops are. It's super grapey. It's awesome. But again, it doesn't taste like any Pilsner I've ever had. Not even close. So it's more, I think this is more kind of pale ale-ish, IPA-ish. As it's warmed a little bit, there's a little bit more bitterness, that rindy kind of pithy citrus that kind of sits on your tongue. But I seriously, I know I've said it a bunch of times, I can't believe how dry this beer is. It's crazy. So this is fantastic. Dan, thanks for sharing this one. I'm gonna go 94 on this one. So that's Big Sprang. I mean, it's kind of weird to grade it because, again, we don't drink styles of beer like this, and I mean, this doesn't really count as it doesn't drink anything like a Kolsch beer, that I've had anyways, a German beer. So yeah, if you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.